So here's a wild question for you. How do you build a multi-million-dollar luxury icon before you've sold a single thing? It sounds impossible, right? Well, today we're going to deconstruct the birth of a brand called Elevated Vision to see exactly how they're pulling it off.
Okay, just take a look at this. You've got the garment, the private jet. This is not just about selling a piece of clothing. No way. It's about selling a whole world of prestige and power, and that really gets to the heart of what we're talking about today. How in the world do you build a luxury icon from scratch and make people crave it before it even exists?
So at the heart of this whole brand is one single product, the Jalab. But let's be clear, Elevated Vision isn't just selling a garment. They're trying to craft a brand new symbol of modern prestige. And to really get how they're doing it, we've got to look past the fabric and start decoding the message.
All right, so let's put on our brand detective hats for a second. The first clue to figuring out Elevated Vision isn't in the design itself, but in the words they use. We need to break down the incredibly precise, almost surgical language they're using to build this entire universe around their product.
And it all kicks off with this one line right here: a timeless piece for the modern sovereign. Now, this isn't just some fluffy marketing talk. Nope, this is the first absolutely critical pillar of their brand identity. They're going straight for this idea of new, modern royalty.
So how do they actually build this theme of sovereignty? Well, first, they use these powerful words like purpose and prestige. Then they hit you with imagery of ultimate modern power, the private jet. And then the designs themselves, with these so-called regal insignias. They're all designed to make you feel this deep sense of heritage for a brand that, let's be honest, was just born yesterday. It's really a masterclass in creating a legacy out of thin air.
Okay, so just when you think you've got them figured out, it's all about regal power, right? They throw a curveball. They bring in this second theme that, honestly, feels like a total contradiction at first. They start talking about minimalism as a form of power. And it's such a clever move because it suggests that, true confidence doesn't need to scream and shout.
And this is really where you see who they're going after. They position minimalism as the choice for the thinker, the achiever. So this isn't just about simple design, it's a whole philosophy. The message is crystal clear. While everyone else is being loud and extravagant, the truly powerful people, they command attention through quiet, confident mastery.
And then, this is where the branding takes a really personal, almost shocking turn for a luxury brand. Just read that quote. Sadness shaped into elegance. Wow. This is where they bring in their third and by far most intimate theme. We're moving way beyond status now and into the world of pure emotion. This might just be their masterstroke. What they're trying to do here is connect with the buyer on this incredibly profound level. The subtext is basically, hey, we know the burdens of leadership. We get the cost of your achievement. Suddenly, this garment isn't just fabric anymore. It's empathy. It's a brand that's literally claiming to understand your soul.
Okay, so let's recap. We've got these three huge ideas floating around: sovereignty, minimalist power, and emotional resonance. Pretty abstract, right? So the big question is, how do you turn all that into actual products people can buy? Well, let's see how they translate these themes into 4 distinct garments, each with its own meticulously crafted identity.
First up, we have the Royal Crest Jalab. This one is the most direct, most obvious expression of that whole modern sovereign idea. Just look at that incredible gold and silver embroidery. It's all inspired by regal insignias. This thing is designed for one purpose: to command a room, to make an absolutely undeniable statement of heritage and power. Next, we have the Midnight Regent, and this is the physical form of that deep, emotional theme we talked about. The brand literally describes it as being for the soul that has endured loss. So this isn't for showing off. It's designed for private reflection, for quiet strength. You could say it's the emotional heart of the entire collection. And here we have the Essence Jalab. This is minimalism as power, pure and simple. The lines are clean, the design is totally uninterrupted. According to the brand, this is for the leaders, innovators, and dreamers. It's for that person whose presence is the statement, not what they're wearing. This table really just pulls the whole strategy together so clearly. You can see how each garment represents a different piece of their ideal customer. The Royal Crest is all about sovereignty. The Midnight Regent is about resilience. The Essence is for vision. There's even another one planned around mastery. See what they're doing? They're creating a complete identity, an entire wardrobe for this modern sovereign they've invented. Okay, so we've seen the world they're building, we've decoded the message, and we've looked at the products. It seems like a total masterclass in luxury branding, right? But there's one absolutely crucial piece of the puzzle that we haven't talked about yet, and believe me, it changes everything.
And here it is, the big twist. None of this is actually for sale yet. Not a single piece. The brand, the legacy, that deep emotional connection we just spent all this time analyzing, it's all being built before a single garment has ever been sold. And that's when you realize the true genius here. This was never just about the product. It has always been about the strategy.
What we are witnessing, my friends, is a textbook A-plus example of pre-launch hype. The entire goal is to manufacture desire, to build it up so intensely that by the time the product finally drops, it's not just a new item, it's the finale. It's the fulfillment of a story that people have already bought into completely. They're selling the vision first and the garment second.
So what does this all mean for the rest of us? Well, a strategy this bold kind of forces you to ask a much bigger question about the future of luxury itself. I mean, in a world that is just drowning in products, has the story, the pure narrative, finally become more valuable than the actual thing it's telling you to buy?
And that's the really provocative thought I want to leave you with today. Elevated Vision is making a huge bet that the story alone is enough. They are building an entire empire on nothing more than the power of an idea and an emotional promise, with no physical product to back it up yet. So the billion-dollar question is this: in this day and age, is a powerful story really all it takes to create a true luxury icon from nothing?